How are you, Adoree?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
I am doing fine. How did the draft night go for you? At what point did you hear, and who'd you hear from the Titans?
I heard right when the Redskins picked, I believe. So as soon as Jonathan Allen got picked, my phone rang, which was kind of fast in my opinion. And I heard from the GM, Coach Robinson. And I talked to the head coach, and I probably heard relatively early, like 5 minutes in. I heard, and I was just sitting there waiting until they came back on live. So when it was going on through commercials on live TV, that's when I heard and found out I was being picked.
Now, did you know the Titans on your radar screen? Did you know that they were interested in you?
I figured they were when I went and met with them, but they said they needed a DB and a receiver. So once they picked Corey, I was like, well, now they need a defensive back. So I was just waiting to see how everything was going to play out. And 2 other DBs went before me. And then I was just hoping that it was going to be me that they picked, and then I got picked up.
What other aspects did they have for you? Did they tell you about special teams, offense, anything like that?
Yeah, they talked to me about special teams, and then the coach said about my versatility on the offensive side of the ball. He said he might throw me out there, he might not, but they did talk to me about being on the outside, being on the inside in the slot, and then being out there on special teams, returning.
So which one, kickoff, punts? What do you got?
We talked about both, so when I got out there, just figure out which one they like me at more.
And now playing a fifth down, though, on offense, they say they may not do it. Did you say, put me out there? Did you suggest gently, Adoree, at least?
They just asked, what I did on offense and what I'm used to, and he was like, well, we do some of those things similar over there. He talked about how he used his gadget plays when he used people in the league prior years to this, and he was like, I can be a fit for that. So he brought it up to me. I was just coming in to focus on playing defense and defense only, but he brought it to my attention about the offensive side of the ball.
Did you ever pick off Marcus Mariota?
No. So the year that he won the Heisman, we didn't play them because we switched out between Oregon State and Oregon. So that year was the year we played Oregon State my freshman year.
Okay, so let me rephrase that. Would you have picked off Marcus Mariota?
I mean, if you'd have threw the ball my way, it would have been a 50-50. And you know me, I'm going to try to go up there and grab an interception.
That's it. I like it. Very, very good. What was your first meeting with Dick LeBeau like? I mean, that's a legend who's going to be your first DC in the league.
Right. So my first meeting with him was when I went on my team visit, and it was just a nice, relaxed, comfortable meeting that I had between him. We just talked about the defense, what he liked that I did. You know, he talked to a lot of people saying things about my size and whatnot. He said, I don't think that's going to play a factor. I like, your game, your size, not a problem. He was talking about how he used people in the past and how he would use me. And so you hear everybody else talk about the legend of who he is, and then actually getting to meet him and sit down with him and him discuss the things that he'd like you to do, which was amazing. And then you got Coach Townsend, my DB coach. So it was just a great fit. When I got there to meet with everybody, everything just felt great.
Do you know how many career interceptions Dick LeBeau had, Adoree?
No, I don't. How many?
Would you want to take a guess? I'll give you a guess. He's in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, so it's up there.
All right, I'm going to go with 43.
Oh, you are way under, Adoree. See, I'm going to give.
Way under?
Oh yeah. Give you one more shot.
All right, way under. So I'm going to go with 62.
Whoa, no, come on. Somebody's giving you that answer. You couldn't nail it on the head second chance. Come on now.
No, that's correct.
On the head, that's correct.
Oh, yeah. I just made that guess.
Are you sure that's not some team official slipping you a piece of paper right there? That didn't just happen?
No, not at all. I just know Juju went the 62nd pick, so I just guessed that.
Oh.
Juju went 62 overall. I just guessed it because that's the only thing I had in mind.
Fantastic. Adoree Knows. That's what you are on Twitter. That's your handle, Adoree Knows. Right here.
Appreciate that.
You got it on the Rich Eisen Show. So now, my heart was in my throat. I mean, this is the first time we've ever met and chatted, and I've always enjoyed watching you play. My heart was in my throat when I saw you go down in the Rose Bowl. And I thought, okay, I saw what happened to Jake Butt for Michigan. I've seen what's happened to a lot of players in their last game, fully aware that they're probably going to be going to the pros. Given another shot, would you have played in the Rose Bowl, Adoree, knowing that what we saw would happen to other players and other players having not been penalized like Fournette and McCaffrey for skipping their bowl games?
Yeah, I would have still played. I mean, it's the Rose Bowl, the granddaddy of them all, and just to be out there one last time with my brothers, you don't get that that feeling, that experience back. And a lot of those guys who did play, not playing anymore. So to be out there with them one last time, to understand that I was out there with them when they won, send them off the right way. So throughout all, no matter what bowl game we was playing in, we could have been playing in the Holiday Bowl again or the Farmers Bowl or whatever bowl it may be. I've been playing out there with my brothers. And I just like playing a game of football, and just to be out there with my family and experience that with them, I would have done it all over again.
So it wasn't just the Rose Bowl. It would have been any bowl. You would have, even knowing that you went down and it could have been worse, you would still do it again.
Yeah, I look at it when my freshman year when Leonard Williams played in the Holiday Bowl, and I think he won like the 5th overall or 6th overall pick in the draft. And for him to play in that bowl game, and, he could have sat out or, whatever it may be. But you don't think about getting injured, when you're playing. You're out there playing at a high level, playing full speed. I mean, injuries are a part of the game. So there's no doubt in my mind that whatever bowl game it would have been, I would have played.
Titans Adoree Jackson joining me here on the Rich Eisen Show. And as teams did not choose quarterbacks in this draft, Adoree, I'm sitting there on the set with my colleagues and experts, and they're saying maybe some teams are going to save their firepower for next year. And one of the guys I mentioned is Sam Darnold. How good is he, Adoree?
Sam Darnold is a special player. You've seen in the Rose Bowl how poised he was just to be a freshman and go out there, sit in the pocket, and make those big plays and be under control and run the whole offense the way he did, spread the ball out, threw everybody, threw it to the running back, threw it to the slot, threw it to both outside guys. It just shows the type of guy he is, and not only be able to run, people who are seen that can run the ball, as a quarterback really can't throw, they say, and for him to be able to put the ball on the money, put touch passes, nice spirals, and great decision-making for him, and it speaks highly of what type of guy he is.
And if, let's say, USC, for whatever reason, does not make the national championship semifinal or final game, and he's playing in a bowl game that is not for a national title or an opportunity to play for it, would you give him advice to play or not play?
I would tell him to play because it's just going to show what type of competitor he is and what type of character he has. Team first, that's what everybody looks at. When they draft, I would say they look for a guy who's for the team and has the same mentality. So I would tell him to go play because you may not get that experience back. And what if we did lose that game? It's always that thought. You don't want to have a what if, or if I was to play, we could have won that game. So you always want to give your best effort. So I would tell him to go out there and play the game that he knows how to play. Just don't think too much and just go out there and have fun like he always does.
All right, Adoree, do you play music? Do you have any musical talent? Because you're in Music City. You going to bring something to the game outside of what do you got? Anything?
I really don't have much. I know how to play the drums a little bit. So, that's it. But I'll probably figure out something else to do. Go down to music hall, wherever, and go play something for the people in Tennessee.
Okay. And what's your over-under on your touchdowns this year? Give me a number.
Over-under?
Yeah.
I haven't even thought about that. I don't know. What you got in mind?
I've got to go double digits. I got to do that.
Well, I like that. Well, if that's what you're going with, I like that.
Well, I'm gonna. My first idea is just to aim high, but with special teams returns, you're going to do kickoffs and punts. We'll give you some there. Take some others to the house, and maybe you'll score some on offense. Put it all together. Well, let's set it at 10. What do you think?
I like that. I like that thought process that you got right there. So let's keep it at 10.
Rich knows. Okay.
Rich knows. I like that.
You take care of yourself, Adoree. And when you come back here to California, stop by here in studio. Okay.
All right, I will. You take care.
You got it. That's Adoree Jackson.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.
If you like that, please download our app. There's lots of fun things there other than just more of the videos you just saw. You can call us from the app. You can email us from the app. Just download it. Trust me, you'll enjoy it.